Mike Wolfe, the man behind American Pickers, is a name that resonates with anyone who loves history, antiques, and the thrill of discovery. But what really happened to Mike Wolfe? His journey is one of triumph, heartbreak, and resilience, a story that goes far beyond the treasures he uncovers on TV. So, sit back, relax, and let me take you through the twists and turns of Mike Wolfe's life, a tale that's as fascinating as the antiques he hunts. Mike Wolfe was born on June 11th, 1964 in Joliet, Illinois. But it was in the small town of Bettendorf, Iowa, where he grew up, that his love for picking began. Life wasn't easy for young Mike. Raised by his mother, Rita, who worked tirelessly to support Mike and his siblings, Beth and Robbie, money was always tight. But Mike had a knack for finding opportunity where others saw none. At just 6 years old, he stumbled upon a banana seat bicycle in the weeds behind a neighbor's house. He cleaned it up, fixed it, and sold it for $5. That moment sparked something in him, a passion for finding value in what others had discarded. As he grew older, Mike's love for antiques deepened. While other kids were playing sports or watching TV, Mike was dragging home rusty bikes and broken-down chairs, determined to restore them. His mother saw his passion and let him use the family garage as a workshop. It wasn't just about the money for Mike. It was about the thrill of discovery and the stories behind each item. By the time he was a teenager, Mike had opened his own bike shop, but his heart was always in antiques. In 2000, he turned his lifelong hobby into a business, opening Antique Archaeology in LeClaire, Iowa. The shop was filled with unique finds from his picking adventures, and business grew steadily. But everything changed in 2010 when American Pickers premiered on the History Channel. The show was an instant hit. Audiences loved watching Mike and his team uncover forgotten treasures hidden across America. It wasn't just about the antiques. It was about the stories behind them, the history, the craftsmanship, and the people who once owned them. Mike's ability to spot valuable items and tell their stories turned American Pickers into something bigger than a TV show. It became a celebration of America's past, a reminder that history is all around us, waiting to be discovered. But with fame came challenges. Mike's personal life began to unravel. In 2012, he married Jody Faith, and for nearly a decade, they built a life together. But their marriage faced serious challenges, including Jody's battle with stage 2 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. She was diagnosed in 2013 and fought through years of treatment before being declared cancer-free in 2020. Despite overcoming that fight together, their relationship didn't last. They separated in June 2020, and by December 2021, their divorce was finalized. The settlement was significant. Jody received over $5.8 million in cash, properties in Tennessee and North Carolina, and royalties from American Pickers. She also got primary custody of their daughter, Charlie. But Mike remained an active and devoted father, often sharing moments with Charlie on social media. The divorce was a difficult chapter in Mike's life, but it wasn't the only challenge he faced. His friendship with Frank Fritz, his co-star on American Pickers, also fell apart. Mike and Frank had known each other since middle school, bonding over their shared love for antiques. Their chemistry on the show was undeniable, and fans loved watching them travel across America, turning rusted junk into valuable finds. But behind the scenes, their friendship started to crumble. By 2020, things had reached a breaking point. Frank stopped appearing on the show, and in July 2021, Mike announced on Instagram that Frank was officially out. He called their journey one filled with ups and downs, but said Frank would be missed. Frank, however, didn't see it that way. In an interview, he called Mike's statement "Bulls Mawires" and revealed that they hadn't spoken in 2 years, even after Frank underwent major back surgery in 2020. Frank felt abandoned by someone he had known for over 40 years. He believed the show had become completely focused on Mike, comparing their dynamic to a band where Mike was always the front man while he played backup. Health problems made things even worse. Frank had battled Crohn's disease for years, and in 2020, he had back surgery that left him addicted to painkillers. The network had strict rules about drug use, and Frank reportedly failed mandatory screenings, which gave them another reason to keep him off the show. Still, Frank insisted. He hadn't quit. He had been fired. The feud played out in public, with fans taking sides. Some believed Frank had been wronged, while others supported Mike. But in July 2022, tragedy struck. Frank suffered a severe stroke that left him partially paralyzed and bedridden. His condition never improved, and on September 30th, 2024, at the age of 60, he passed away. Despite their differences, Mike was reportedly by Frank's side in the end. They had reconnected privately in May 2023, and after Frank's passing, Mike posted a tribute on Instagram, calling him a dreamer who was just as sensitive as he was funny. Mike's personal struggles didn't end there. In February 2025, his Nashville store, Antique Archaeology, closed suddenly due to a gas leak caused by nearby construction. The store's team posted an apology on social media, promising updates on when they'd reopen, but as of late February, no official date had been set. Fans were left wondering if this was a sign of bigger troubles. With retail businesses struggling across the country and American pickers facing declining ratings in recent years, speculation grew. Could this be the end of an era? But Mike Wolfe is not one to give up. Despite the challenges, he continues to push forward. American Pickers is heading back on the road, with filming set to resume in South Carolina in February 2025. Producers have invited locals to participate, encouraging people with unique collections and interesting stories to reach out. This signals an effort to bring fresh energy to the show, something that could be important given its recent struggles. Beyond the show, Mike continues to expand his business ventures. Two Lanes Guest House, a boutique rental property, and Columbia Motor Alley, a vintage-inspired space for classic car enthusiasts, are both still key parts of his work. Even as he balances these different projects, his passion for uncovering history remains at the center of everything he does. Mike Wolfe's journey is far from over. He has spent decades searching for forgotten treasures, telling the stories of America's past, and inspiring millions along the way. But his story is also one of resilience, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can find strength and continue to pursue our passions. So, if you've enjoyed this journey through Mike Wolfe's life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us as we uncover more stories like this. Because history isn't just about the past, it's about the people who keep it alive. And there you have it, the story of Mike Wolfe, a man who turned his love for antiques into a legacy. But remember, this is just one chapter. There's always more to discover, more stories to tell. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep exploring the past together. Because with Mike Wolfe, the adventure never ends.